Okay, we've installed the template. We've sorted out our design settings, which is fonts, our site style, colors, and we've done all that stuff. Now, what's next? We are ready to start adding content. But now, before we add our content, we need to make sure that we've got all our stuff together. And I would suggest preparation is probably the best thing always. So I would suggest running through all the pages like this one, the home page, and we click on page here, and then we can run through our hero, our intro, our opt-in, our about section, our work with me, our services, just running through each section and having a look at like, okay, I've got some titles here, I have some content here, I have some points that the people are like selling points for the people, and then our prices and button links and things like that. Okay, so what's next? So I've prepared myself, okay, and now I've got everything in a Google document and I've got everything prepared. How do I go about editing my site? It's very, very simple. If you just hover your mouse over certain sections, you can see they start highlighting blue. And this is everything that you can see that's highlighted blue, you can edit. And that's simple. That's just by clicking on it. So if I want to click this text, I just click on it. And then if I double click, it allows me to change anything that I want. So for instance, maybe I want to change this. My title is a little bit different. I'm just plugging this into Gemini quickly to give me a different what about, let's just go with this one. Okay. Okay, so I've just copied and I've pasted what I want to say in there. And let's change this. I'm just double click. I click and then I double click and I select all, and then I'm just pasting the stuff in here. So as you can see, it's very, very easy. I can also just, if I don't have anything there and I just want to type anything, it's very, very simple. Okay, so let's say I've made some mistakes and I want to go back. It's the same as working in any kind of Word document or anything like that. If you're on Mac, you press Command Z, or on PC, it will be Control Z, PC being perhaps Windows. Okay, so that's how you would change text. But now perhaps I want to change the size or change the color or anything like that. Okay, that's very, very easy as well. On the right-hand side here, we have certain things like text style, text properties, size and position, click actions. What we're going to do here is we're just going to change. Let's have a look at perhaps the color. Okay. So when we did our settings previously, we chose a whole lot of different types of colors. And then now, whenever you click on any one of these color options, you will be able to change automatically just whatever color you want. And then also, perhaps maybe I don't like where this text is sitting. You can drag and drop this anywhere you want. You just click on it and you drag it anywhere. So perhaps I want everything to sit on the left. So let's quickly do that. Let's just quickly make everything go on the left. So I just align here on the text style and I align everything on the left. Okay. I can just simply drag this across here. I like to use these columns over here. That'll give me a better idea of where things are sitting all together. But if you see, you'll start seeing this pink dotted line coming up here. Okay, everything's all together. And then if you want to nudge things, you can just use your arrow. If you hold down Shift, it'll be a big nudge. And if you just press with your arrow key, so there'll be small nudges. So that's, you have total freedom to put things anywhere you want. I'm just going to put everything back in place. I'm going to Command Z here, Command Z, Command Z, and everything is back as it was. Right. So editing text, this is right across the board with everything. Okay. But now, perhaps I don't want this to be the italic font. Okay, as you will see over here on the right hand side, I can change what font I want it to be. You know, I can change it to just being the normal editor's note. Okay, or perhaps I just want it to be like this Montserrat light. Oh gosh, what happened there? Come on, Z, let's do it. So you can change the fonts as you feel. As you feel. Okay. Let's have a look at another thing. Let's go down here. Let's just quickly. I'm just going to show you something quickly. I'm just going to copy this text. Okay. I'm going to delete it. Now perhaps I want to add an extra paragraph here. What you do is just down at the bottom here, you have some options. Okay, you have some options for text, you have some options for shapes and code and all those type of things, and then also for media. We want to add some text. Okay, I have choices here. I have a title text, heading text, subheading, and paragraph. Okay, so if I add title, be like what we set in the design settings over here. Okay, so anything that we set up in here is how it'll be over here. Okay, so perhaps we don't want to add a title. We actually want to add a paragraph. So this is where we start. I have a box, and on the edges of the box, we can make it bigger. So I'm just going to drag it from this line, okay, across here. Like I say, I use these columns to justify kind of like the size of things. Okay, I want my font to sit in the middle. Okay, I'm just going to want it to just be underneath this text over here. So I'm going to drag it up. Okay, let's have a look. Drag it down there. Okay, let me have a sip of coffee quickly. My mouth is getting dry. Okay, right. I'm going to just select everything, and I'm going to paste my text in here. So because I previously set it to be this size, which is 16 pixels, okay, in my design settings, that's how it's going to come up. If I want to perhaps make this bigger, okay, I can simply just make it bigger. Right. Okay, so now I want to show you something. We've been working in the big screen mode. Now, it's very, very important to be having a look at what the mobile version is doing at the same time. So you have two options when you build. Okay, you can have a look at it in different views. So we can have a look at it at both of these views. And to be honest with you, I don't like it. I don't like it because it doesn't give me much space to work with across both sides. Okay, even though you do have a view of both what's happening at the same time, I prefer to run through sections. Okay, and then just jump back to show mobile only and see what's going on. Right. So what has happened here is that I have sorted out my section over here, but in mobile, it looks totally different. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag it all the way across here. I'm going to drag it all the way across there. I've got some nice space between the sides over here. So if I had to drag it like this right across to the edges, it's sometimes might touch the screen on each side. So I prefer just to give it something almost what we call padding. So, and then I'm just going to make sure that it's all the way down here, and I'm just going to pull it up over here. Right. So also, if I feel like everything's kind of like not spaced out nicely, there is a little secret. What you can do is you can just drag your mouse all the way down here, and I've selected everything. And then you'll have an alignment thing that comes up here. And then what I like to do is I like to say distribute vertical space. And now we got something kind of looking much better with some even spacings. Okay. And then also, if I'm not touching the edges, I can also just say, right, let's go have a look here. Why am I not getting that? Oh, sorry. I am getting it. It's right here. It's centered to canvas. And that will center anything. So even over here, let's go have a look here. Let's say I've just put it along here. I can center it, and then I can also center it like that. So center to canvas. This is your canvas, okay? And you'll be just centering it. I know it seems like a lot to take in, but believe me, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy. Right. So I think we don't need to touch anything anymore on text. Just remember, you can change any text style over here. You can change the colors. You can change the sizes. You can change the alignment. You can add columns, but we don't need to do that right now. Okay. So let's move on to the next thing. The next thing would be how to change images. Right. Images also is just anywhere you can see an image, you just click on it and you can change it. Even this background over here. Okay, so this background is a canvas background, right? So if you click on it and you can see the canvas background is an image, okay? If I click on this image over here now you can see it's an image, okay? All you really need to do is just click, and then you just click on the image. Okay, now it'll allow you to just drag and drop an image. Let's use this. I'm just going to drag and drop this image in here. We're going to let it upload. What I've done here is I've added a really high res image. I wouldn't suggest using such big images. I would suggest that you perhaps use an image that's no bigger than screen sizes. Okay, this is like an actual photograph, so it's quite big. It's about 4,000 pixels. Big images can slow down your site. Anyways, all right, so I've added this. This is my image. Okay, so I'm not happy with the way that it's sitting. What I can do is I can select how I want it to sit here. So let's say top center. Okay, now we're going to see my face. All right, and perhaps we're not seeing the text so great here. And previously, what we did is we had it a little bit black. So I'm going to go over here to the opacity. I'm going to bring down the opacity. Now we can see our text really nicely. Okay. Nice. I think that looks really, really cool. Okay. So that would be how to change a canvas background. Okay. What about this image over here? Okay. So I have my offer. Perhaps I'll have an image over here that of my PDF or the cover image or something like that. Also, again, very simple. All you need to do is you just need to click on here, okay? Or you can say swap image, same thing. And then I am just going to drag in another image, okay, just to show you. Again, I wouldn't suggest using such big images like I have. Okay, there we go. Let's change the image. And as you can see, there is no text on here. So what you need to do is just like in Canva, when you created your offer cover image or something like that, I would suggest, just using that image. And then also with this, most of these things are already set to heights and stuff like that. So if you actually have a look at the 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 sizes of these canvases, like this would be, the width would be 286 by the height of 408. It's kind of like keeping it to that portrait ratio. Okay. Um, let's just quickly have a look at this one over here. This one over here actually has I would say 4 images, because you have your icon over here, which you can easily change, okay, which I would suggest being a PNG. And then this one over here, which is a portrait image. This one here is just a portrait image as well. And this is an overlay. So if you don't want to have this overlay, which was a PNG, I'll just quickly show you how to hide it. So I want to hide, I would select this image, and then on the left-hand side here on this canvas, it'll show you all the things that are on all these layers here, and then neatly labeled. So you would just say, okay, that's this one here. And then I can just click on this. So as you can see, it's disappearing, but it's still on mobile. And perhaps I don't want this image on mobile, but I want it on PC. You just click on and off over here. So that's an easy way just to hide certain images if you don't feel like you want the double stack here. If I just click on this image, you see it's highlighted. I can just remove it. Okay. So I think we've covered the bases of just quite easily how to add your content as being your images and or your text. The next thing that we will look at is how to add the links to your buttons.